Well, my friends, watch out, Molten BG3850, the new version what we have. And we are back at old historical city, outside. What a nice view when you are new to the channel. And now we check out the new series of Molten. Let's do it. So, well, my friends, now we are here with this ball, Molten BG3850. So if you don't know it, I will tell you something. That is the new series, you know, around 1 year this is out. What is the difference? Not only this ball, they made the whole series in a complete new way. That means the Molten BG3800 or the BG4500, and there exists all new models version. So first of all, the weight in of the ball is 600 gram, exactly 600 gram by me, and the costs are 50 euro, you know, 49 something. These are the key facts. So, and what is the difference now to the old versions? They have changed the beveling. That is now the standard beveling which other basketballs have, and the other versions, the older version, that was more like a leather feeling, you know, and now we have beveling in. If this makes a difference, if this is better or worse, or does it make something or not, that we will check out by this model. That is an indoor-outdoor ball, and I think that is the best training ball because I have the old version, you know, the BG3800. A very good version for indoor players who will play outdoor, because the feeling by the old version was almost the same like to a Molten BG4500, and that we do. And now here we are at spectacular court we tested. What is there spectacular? Tell me that. There is only a wall between. Yeah, watch at the wall, but now watch what is over the wall. That is the interesting part. The mountains. The mountains are there. You see that? That looks nice. And here we have it, the court, you know, one side, and here the other side, you know, with the nice tool on there. But when you say now, yeah, only the mountains are spectacular, you know, when you watch over, then I tell you the other side is the spectacular side, and that is the great thing on that court, because when I watch in there, I say, oh my gosh, that is really amazing. 1, 2, bam. An indoor hall, not basketball, but watch this. This is wood, all wood, open, you know, open gate. And now watch in an indoor place. Wow, that is really an original. You see that? And all wood, you know. And that is open space. You can put this up and down. And that you can rent, you know, to pay. Then you can play there, football or in winter ice skating. That is really spectacular, beside the court, or? And the court is small, but, you know, such a hall, that is really, you know, I know only this here in the whole federal state. There is nothing comparable to this. And now we check it out, you know. What was my first impression? The first impression, what I had, two things were, one, but there is not Molten, has the fault, but the ball came deflated, you know, and you will see what happened. There are those lines in now. You see that here, or here a bit. You see that maybe on the GoPro, I don't know. But when it's deflated, and also on the lines, they went a little bit up, you know, because it was exactly deflated where the lines are. And that is, yeah, that can happen to all balls. I had this by the Adidas balls, and that you don't want, because that wave thing in there I feel now, you know. So that was the first thing. The other thing is, it is very well made, you know. The valve is perfect, you know. Molten always has very good balls made in Thailand. This is a bit more slippery, you know, than here, but still nothing what is bad. And overall very good made, you know. Only sometimes here, but that is because of the deflating thing, yeah. And the other thing is, it has much more grip out of the box than the old version, because maybe of the beveling, you know. Normally a Molten ball I can never grab out, you know. You see that? So I would not say like a DF500XL or a Tarmac BD500X, that is not that grip, but it has much more grip out of the box. And other thing is, the first impression to the older versions, it feels a bit more rubbery, you know. The old versions felt more like leather, and this feels more like a bit more rubbery. But composite, indoor, outdoor. Yeah, and now we check it out. All other look similar, you know, only the babbling. Now let's do it. So I have much airing, you know, but the old version also not jumped that high sometimes, you know. So here, yeah, tough to say, you know. It's always the weather, the conditions, the court. You always need two balls to compare it. But maybe here you see that there the lines are open. You see that maybe here, and especially here, that goes out, you know. But that is of the deflating thing, you know. But, you know, when you also get a deflated ball, then you can also have this, you know. But yeah, we check it out. Yeah, grip against other Molten balls. There is only the the D3500, which had one of the best grips of all balls what I had, around 80 balls. Out of the box, phenomenal, you know. But even here now, for Molten is complete other side now, you know. But that changes also the ball, you know, against the older series. But we have to go on. You see, on the lines I can hold it, but also on the beveling, you know, right now. And now by playing better than out of the box, you know. You see, even here, when I grab it, you see here by the barcode, with all fingers still works, you know. Oh. So my friends, now, first impression of this ball. Do I feel a difference to the old series, you know? Yes, I do. So the thing is, where do you come from, as a street ball or as an indoor player? But you feel a difference, and that is really the beveling, but you feel much more that this is more rubbery, you know? That you feel immediately. So what is finer, the older version or this? In my opinion, the older version, you know? The older version was much more composite feeling. And this is, yeah, because then you have to ask, why do you need a molten ball, you know? Then you can get other balls also which have a similar feeling with the normal beveling in. And the thing is, it costs 50 euro. 50 euro is a high price, you know. As a street ball, I know better versions, you know, to me, but I tell you, indoor players maybe, you know, but I don't know. When they love the old version, I don't know if they will like this, because that is much more a downside from the feeling, but from the grip, you have much more grip, you know. That is the thing what you like more. But the thing is, when you have to use the Molten BG3850 now, the new version, in games or when you play in a club, then of course you will get this ball, because that will for sure feel complete similar. And then you have a good indoor-outdoor ball, which you can use, where you can train outdoor or even indoor. You don't have to pay that much, yeah, but 50 is also much, you know. And then you have the similar version like the play ball when you have games. So the indoor players maybe will buy this ball, but as a street baller, to me, for 50 euro, there are no really other options, you know. But first impression is really nice, you know. It is FIFA approved, you know. You can give on that whatever you want. The weight is good, you know. You have now grip. Only the thing with the deflated thing, because you have those wobbles in what we don't need, you know. But first impression, very nice. But if it's better than the old version, yeah, more grip. But you know, we have to compare one day both together, then we will see it. But yeah, the problem is always we compare now to the old version. If you would compare this ball as a new version, we have never seen this, you know, complete new ball, then you would say, boy, the ball feels really good, you know. It's really nice. Yeah, that is what I can do say. The grip is really for molten balls, you know. Now, when someone says molten has no grip, that is now over, you know. When I have this in the hand, boy, because there are much more other balls who have not that much grip, you know. That is really, really cool for molten. So when the goal was this, to level up with grip, then they have reached everything, you know, but only first playing on rubber. And that is what I can do say, you know, first impression. We will see us again from this spectacular court, you know. Wow, really nice. The mountains, a small indoor court where the windows are behind, you know. And here, where the satellite is beside, you know, a few meters. So when you have a high jumping rubber ball, the ball will crush in, you know. But here with this inside, we will say goodbye. Oh, and again, street baller number 1, because there is no one. Until then, bye and ciao.
And I always do it big because I can.